What is up, YouTube? Long time no see. And we've got a lot to catch up on. I probably haven't posted to this YouTube channel in years at this point. But some quick updates for you. I am now a men's physique IFBB Pro, as many of you may know if you follow me on the other social media channels. And I was like, you know what? I miss posting to YouTube. I miss documenting things like this. I miss connecting with you guys. So I figured it would be the perfect time to pick up the camera, as I am now 5 weeks out from my second pro season ever. So yeah, lots to catch up on, but first things first, we got to get some fasted cardio done. So let's get it. All right, so now that cardio is done, out of the way, I've gotten ready, showered, etc. It is finally time to eat. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been having for breakfast for this entire prep so far. It's literally the only meal that hasn't changed a bit. Yeah, if you guys want to see a full day of eating, comment below and I'll probably make that as my next video. So let me know. Good stuff right here. And let me put you guys on. If you guys aren't seasoning your eggs, you're missing out. $30 grams of oats, 100 grams of blueberries. We'll put some back. And then we add a scoop of Believe's new isolate protein. If you guys haven't tried this yet, it is absolutely insane. Also, you guys can save 15% and support your boy by using code CM on the believesupplements.ca website. And finally, 10 grams of peanut butter. And that, my friends, is meal number 1. So we got 2 whole eggs, 30 grams of oatmeal, 100 grams of berries, 10 grams of peanut butter, and 1 scoop of isolate protein. All right. It is time to catch up. So you may have noticed I haven't posted a long form video on YouTube in quite a few years, right? And a lot has happened in that time. To sum it up, in 2022, I won my pro card and I decided to take the year off in 2023 to grow, put on some size, essentially get ready for my rookie season in 2024. And in 2024, I decided to do the absolute most competitive shows I could find, which were Pittsburgh Pro, Miami Pro, and Toronto Pro. And the reason for that is I wanted to see how I would stack up against the best in the world, right? And I wasn't mad about how I performed in 2024. Obviously, I know there was a lot of room for improvement, but I was consistently within the second callouts in every single show. So not mad about it, but as I said, lots of room for improvement, right? So I took 2025 off to grow, put on some more size. And since then, I've put on about 10 pounds of muscle tissue since the 2024 season. The reason I can say that with confidence is because all throughout this prep so far, I've been comparing X weeks out in 2026 versus X weeks out in 2024, and I've consistently been 10 pounds heavier and leaner in every single comparison, right? So whether it's 8 weeks out 2026 versus 8 weeks out 2024, etc. Definitely put on a lot of size, made a lot of improvements since our last season, and I am so stoked for the 2026 season. I've been in prep for I started at 23 weeks out, right? So currently 5 weeks out, so been in prep for quite some time. And yeah, things have been moving extremely well. I woke up today hitting a brand new low of 204.8. Pretty solid. I mean, my weight cap is 202, so 1000%. I have to be under 202 to compete this season. And yeah, like I said, progress has been super smooth. You know, this is the first prep ever that my food and my cardio hadn't changed at all for over 13 weeks because I was consistently dropping 1 to 2 pounds per week, maintaining muscle, etc. And as of 2 weeks ago, my coach dropped the hammer a little bit, nothing too crazy, where we dropped some food, we increased cardio a little bit, and over the last 2 weeks, the progress has been absolutely wild. I feel like the body fat has just consistently been melting off of the body, and it's really cool to see, right? So the body is super responsive and has been progressing very, very well, I must say. So super happy with how this prep has gone. Even at 5 weeks out now, my energy levels are the best they've ever been in a contest prep. My performance is the best it's ever been in a contest prep. And if I compare this prep, or should I say this season at 5 weeks out versus last season, I'm even leaner than I was in the past. So that is a great sign. You definitely want to keep performance as high as possible, energy levels as high as possible for as long as possible going into a show. Another reason as to why this is a great sign is because this is going to be a fairly long season, guys. Like I said, 5 weeks out from the first show, but I'm planning to do 4 shows this season. So I've got Toronto Pro first, then St. Pete Pro in Florida, and Chicago Pro, and Vancouver Pro. So those are the shows I'm planning for this season, obviously with the goal to qualify for the Olympia. And you know, we're gonna bring our absolute best, check those boxes every single day. So super excited for this season. I think I've made some pretty significant changes and it's going to be absolutely epic. One thing I will say though is over the last few days, I've definitely been starting to feel prep a little bit more in terms of energy levels are slowly starting to dip a little bit throughout the day, but hunger has been good. I haven't been starving or anything like that. Performance is still really good in the gym, so can't complain. You know, you are not going to feel phenomenal as you get closer to a show. That's just what comes with the territory of being stage shredded. All things considered, thus far, it's been absolutely incredible. Another thing to update you guys on is, you know, some of you may know, but I am an online coach. I do it full time. I've been doing it full time for well over a year now, and I've been coaching in itself for about 7 years. So I've got quite a few clients. They are amazing. I absolutely love what I do. I'm so passionate about bodybuilding, and it's something that I've been interested in and lived and breathed ever since I was 14 years old. So to be able to do this full time and be where I wanted to be as a young kid, literally praying to be in this position, feels so surreal. If any of you guys are looking for one-on-one online coaching, I have an application link in the description of this video. I would love to work with you, especially if you're a busy professional, you've got a busy life going, you're either looking to get into bodybuilding and or you just want to put on significant muscle and or lose fat. I'm there for you guys. With that said, I've got to get some program creation done for some of my clients. I'm going to get some steps in while I do it on my walking pad, and I will take you guys through my chest and delt workout a little bit later today. An absolute hack for losing body fat is increasing your total amount of steps per day. It's going to make losing weight, losing fat that much easier, right? Because you're expending more energy just simply getting those steps in. And this is especially useful for those of you that work an office job or work a job where you have to be at the computer for a significant amount of the day. Yeah, get a walking pad. Just got to the gym, gonna hit some chest and shoulders today. So we're starting out with the machine chest fly just to get some blood in the muscle and get a bit of a pump first before moving into slightly heavier chest exercises. Fuck, these back off sets are like cardio. One huge mistake that I see people making all the time, whether it's in contest preps or whether it's in fat loss phases in general, is people will just subconsciously lower their weights time and time again. The leaner and leaner they get. Yes, of course, mass moves mass and you'll lose some strength the lighter you get, but you should always mentally be thinking, I need to be pushing as much weight as I can while maintaining form, because that's going to help significantly in terms of maintaining the muscle mass you have on your frame, right? You can think about it from a survival standpoint. If your body is not pushing the weights that it's used to, it's going to think, I can sacrifice some of this muscle for energy. Whereas if you are pushing the weights that you need to be to preserve muscle, your body's going to think, damn, I really need to keep this muscle on my frame or else I'm going to die, right? So do your best to maintain your weights and don't just lower it just for the sake of lowering it because, oh, I'm getting weaker. Yes, of course, like I said, it can happen, but try your hardest to maintain your weights. All right, so now we've got 2 sets of incline Smith bench press. Incline Smith machine bench press. That's it. See, prep brain's already hitting, man. Another thing you competitors and people just competing in bodybuilding shows should realize is that doubt, it's part of the process, right? Like there are going to be times where you're like, fuck dude, am I going to be ready? Am I going to be good enough? So number one, obviously you've got to trust your coach. Number two, you've got to do your part, executing daily so you're giving the correct feedback to your coach. And three, just realize it's completely normal, right? But at the same time, I want you to feel it, but you can't stay there for too long, in the sense that, you know, you've still got to be moving forward every single day with the thought process of, I'm doing this to win, I'm doing this to be successful, and I'm going to be successful. But at the same time, embracing the doubt and realizing that it's just simply part of the process. To add to that, I remember a couple preps ago, I was talking to a buddy of mine that was also in a contest prep. And I remember him explicitly saying, yeah, man, I'm just really just aiming for second or third. And I literally said to him, I was like, man, what's even the point at that point? Like in your head, you've got to be like, you know what, I'm number one, because if you're not working to be number one, what's the point? You know what I mean? Obviously, yes, you want to bring your best package, but your main goal alongside bringing your best package should also be to win, not just to show up, because that's not where the true effort lies. That's it. Nice. This is the last exercise. We've got some machine lateral raises here. So let's get her done. No. Gotta increase the weight. There we go. All right, guys, so like I said before, this is 5 weeks out. Just finished the chest and delts day. Hope you enjoyed it. So time for a bit of a physique update. Let's get it. See you next time.